Wow.
Classic log jam.
Ooh. Hi, baby. Lie.
Oh, wow. 7 members. You being good today? Cow looks solid. Pooh can work out with that.
The last idiot. Do you want to go for a ride?
Oh my goodness, what?
Cheddar's getting better.
Whoop. Dang, son.
Oh no, bloody. Nice car.
That's amazing.
Oh my.
Grab hope to it.
You just heard it tap the roof.
It's doing circles.
Little Elvis. Boogered up weld right there. It's science. That's all you need to know.
Go, Wall, go.
Guess what it weighs?
Yeah.
Turn it to the left. Be an old man now. Really tall. Turn to the left a little bit. It's like the transmission's dragging, isn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't roll easy. You don't have your foot on the brake, do you?
No.
Okay. Why did it get easier after I said that?
Exactly. That's what I thought.
You had your foot on the brake, didn't you? Yes, you did. You had your foot on something. So just imagine, this is a 1927 Model T coupe. I believe they're called a doctor's coupe. If you would have been born 100 years earlier, this car would have been brand new on the lot when you got old enough to have your license.
It's crazy.
Of course, a lot of women probably didn't drive back then, I don't guess. I know like my great-grandmothers didn't drive. Anyway, we're back here with our Model T project. As you know, we put a lot of work into trying to get this thing running. We never did get it to run. After editing the video, there was a couple things I wanted to try that I didn't think about, and we went through the comments. People had a lot of comments about things to check and try. Off camera, we've tried a lot of that stuff, trying to get it running since then, and it just doesn't run. The biggest thing I was worried about was timing. That's what most of you guys said. If you come in here, the ignition timing with the arm in the fully retarded position up top is supposed to be 2.5 inches from here to there, and it's dead on. So the timing was dead on. I really just think the motor's just too wore out. It only had like 35 pounds of compression, I think, on the cylinders. Our plan today is to kind of figure out what we've got. We want to clean this thing up, see what rust areas we've got, see what it looks like, see what the paint looks like with it cleaned up. And we also want to start our modification. So I'm not doing anything crazy. We're not planning on chopping the top or doing any of that stuff, but I want to make it look like an old racer from like the 40s or 50s or whatever. So my plan is to take these fenders off. Now our fenders are in really, really rough shape. If you look over here, Papaw's been brazing on them. They're all ripped up. So these fenders are not really even usable. So if you were going to run fenders, you'd probably take these off anyway. But I like the looks of these with just the body with no fenders on a bare frame. The eventual goal is to make it look like a racer from like the, 30s, 40s, 50s era is my plan. So let's start out by cleaning this thing up and just seeing what we got. Wall, you had the air on the whole time?
No.
Yeah, you did. You had the air on right here. I can't believe you was running the air while we was trying to push it.
My bad.
Guys, if your life is anything like mine, it gets super hectic around the holidays. With Thanksgiving right around the corner, I know you're probably going to the grocery store and making these big meals to take over to the family dinner and stuff, and you just don't have time to make a big meal for lunch or dinner or breakfast, and that's where Factor comes in. They offer chef-crafted meals that are dietitian approved, that are delivered right to your door, fresh, never frozen, ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes. Now, they offer over 35 weekly meal options. We got stuff this week like one of my favorites, loaded bacon, spinach, shredded chicken. We got pork chops, chicken breasts, a little bit of everything here. It just takes the guesswork out of meals and clean eating. They even offer over 60 add-ons like breakfast, snacks, smoothies, and juices. Let's throw one of these in the microwave and show you what it looks like. Let's give it a pop there. 2 minutes in the microwave. And you got a delicious meal. Man, look how good that looks. Even adult-sized portions, how nice is that? They even offer Calorie Smart options, keto, vegan plus veggie, and my favorite, the protein plus, which is what this is. Tastes awesome. It's less expensive and more delicious than takeout food. You can get a restaurant quality meal delivered right to your door. And if you're looking for a gourmet meal, they even offer stuff like filet mignon and shrimp. And your order size is completely flexible. You can choose between 4 and 18 meals a week, or you can pause it. It's completely up to you. I just love how much time it saves me. You can get a restaurant quality meal without driving to town, spending the fuel, paying for an overpriced meal with bad service, and then having to drive back home. It just speeds everything up for us and gives us more time to work on these cars. So head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code 50SleeperDude to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box. That's code 50SleeperDude at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. Big thank you to Factor for helping us out and sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to it right after I finish this mango smoothie. I just love this car. My whole life, I always wanted like a Model A or Model T, something like that. As most of you guys know, my grandpa has a Model A sedan. I was around my whole life. So I always like these early cars. Maybe that's unusual for a guy my age, I don't know. But that's gonna have to be like an art piece in the house or something, huh? Look, check out those piston rings if you didn't see the Will It Start video on it. Oh, there's a tool. We got a couple Model T wrenches.
They're heavy.
I'd like to know when that happened. Like, that could have happened back in the 40s or something. Got it?
Yeah.
You're doing good. So that's all the spare parts, pieces of the floorboards and stuff. Some of it we'll use. Oh gosh, Mark. Somebody want to try to get that battery out without dropping it? These 6-volt cars are funny. Crank so slow. It's amazing they even run. Is that everything back here? That's just screwed down there. Somebody's replaced that because I believe the entire floor is wooden from the factory. So this is a later Model T. This is actually the last year of the Model T. So earlier ones, everything was built on a wood frame. And really early ones, all these pieces were individual pieces. But this has a wood roof, and the Model A's even have a wooden roof. So that's factory there. It would have had like vinyl on top of it or leather. I'm just gonna pull the seat and everything. Anything that's loose is coming out. Just make it easier to clean everything up.
Ew. Wow.
Yeah, something lived in there at some point in its life, huh?
Maybe it's gone.
Hopefully. Smells bad.
What's that, Bubba? Cedar can.
Everything's wooden. It's so of course, I mean, 100-year-old car, which was designed way before 100 years ago. You're driving, Mark.
I wonder where that was.
Yeah. Oh, that's what we were using for the ignition switch before we got that key sent to us. That's what that was in there for. That's my ignition switch. How's it looking under there?
A few acorns, pecans, nuts, something.
We need to make sure there's no parts in here. I don't see anything. Oh, up top there is in the rear shelf. I think it's called a commutator cap. It's not a distributor cap. It has like a roller and individual wooden coils. Some of it is kind of like a new car, actually. I don't know why they went away from that design and went to the distributor, but they did. So, I guess let's go ahead and vacuum her out. You hear them hitting inside there?
Yeah.
You can hear them hitting the metal and vacuum.
I think it clogged up.
Classic log jam. Been there. All right, you're good to go now.
So I'm gonna go ahead and rip out this like cardboard stuff that is not, it's just like hanging on by thread.
We always do this backwards. We should have pulled this out and then back in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You don't think there's any stink bugs behind there, do you?
Dad.
I'll say there's not. I don't think so.
It is stink bug season.
Wow, thank you guys.
Is there cash behind there? Is there a bag of cash?
It's cicadas.
Shh. Goodness.
Dirt daubers.
I'm really afraid something's gonna come out
I
of
shouldn't have just said anything.
it. Ooh.
Look how how it's like sewn through it. It's like a cardboard material. Looks like at some point it kind of had a blue interior, didn't it?
Yeah.
Which that would have never been factory.
Yeah, it does look kind of blue, doesn't it?
Yeah. No telling how old that is. A car like this, it could have had, you know, 4 or 5 interiors put in it over the years, especially as small as this interior is. That's about it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Round 2.
I think it's good.
Good deal. If it's good enough for you, it's definitely good enough for me. I love how those doors shut. They're so solid. They shut so easy. They don't make them like they used to. We gotta take it out of air conditioning mode. Look, it's got like, almost like vice grips. So push that lever up, Walt. So it just like cranks the glass in there. And you just tighten the little wing nut. I bet that gives you a lot of air when you're going down the road, you know, at a brisk 30 miles an hour. Let's wash it and see what the paint looks like. After we released our new shirts, guys, you really must have loved our military green shirt with a Sleeper Dude station wagon, big logo on the back, small on the front, because we sold out of these in just a few days. So we've got a new shipment coming in. By the time this video drops, we will have them here in stock. So go check out thesleeperdude.com if you missed out on the first shipment of these. We got a new shipment in while they last. We also have some other new shirts, so check them out at thesleeperdude.com just in time for Christmas. Get one for your grandmother, your mother-in-law, maybe even your mom. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at SleeperDude88. Check out our second channel, SleeperDude2. Third channel, SleeperDude Armed. And on Rumble at SleeperDude. Guys, we really appreciate your support. We try to do you right on the price of our shirts and the shipping. So go check it out, thesleeperdude.com. Let's get back to the video. Squeeze, will you go get the Dawn dishwashing liquid? Oh, it's a race?
Yes.
All right, 3, 2, 1. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. I'll just tell her a number when she gets back.
That's so great parenting out there, Dad.
That's about the only way you can get her to get something in it.
Yeah. 16 Mississippi, 17 Mississippi, 18 seconds. Good job. That's a new record. We're not going to use the pressure washer on this one. I really don't think it's dirty enough to need it. It's a lot of dirt, but not like moldy and, you know, I think it was parked inside for a long time. Why are you shaking it around? Yeah. I think that's plenty. Where do you buy shoes like that, Squeeze?
Sleeperdude.com.
No, we don't sell mismatched shoes there. TheSleeperDude.com does not sell mismatched shoes.
Yeah. Hi, BB.
A lot of people don't know her name, right? I've seen a lot of comments, people asking what her name is.
It's Willa.
Willa is Granny's baby.
Willa.
Isn't it Willa Dean?
Yeah, Willa Dean.
Yeah. Whatever. I've never heard anybody named Willa Dean in my life.
Willa, come here.
I know we have a little bit of rust at the bottom. I'm hoping that a lot of this paint is in good shape. That's what I'm hoping for. The driver's door glass is broken. I thought it had all good glass, but I guess I never looked at the driver's door glass. Does the passenger one roll up? Good. So I guess we'll just have to be careful. We don't have a complete roof. We don't have the side windows. So we'll just start by rinsing this thing off. Let's get this barn dust off here. It's gonna change how bright the paint looks. Now these things are made out of some thick metal. No telling how long it's been since this thing's been washed. We don't exactly know how long it was parked, but I know the stickers on it are from the 50s, so quite a long time, I think. Sorry about that, Ralph. Is it just surface rust? That running board's bent, isn't it?
Yeah.
We took the radiator out when we were trying to get it running to work on the front of the engine and just never put it back in. The radiator was all beat up and had holes in it. They didn't have brushes on this car. I don't think they had any car washes you drive through either. In the city, there may have been some boy on the corner that washed your car. I don't know. I just love the body lines of these. Think we got it?
Yep. Yeah.
Watch out, Ralphie. I hate to accidentally get you. Let's get that red oxide primer, huh?
It's got about 3 colors of red.
This is why we built this shop this way. We got a drain right here in the floor. This is our wash bay I built into it. Because I grew up in a body shop. And it's dirty, isn't it? Look at that. A lot shinier now, isn't it, already? She thinks there might be some sticks or twigs in this water. Huh?
So we can't forget our hoops here. We're using this degrease from Sweet Patina. You go to sweetpatina.com, use code SLEEPERDUDE, get 5% off your order.
Good folks over there. Just like Granny.
Oh, hello.
She's a jumper.
That was
Really bad.
dirty.
Not a whole lot of paint left on those, but it did turn a little bit wider. There's some crazy videos of how well these things would go off-road. Because the roads were really rough back then, not all paved roads. People took these things through some really rough stuff. And having the real tall, skinny casings on there helped them go good. That was really dirty, wasn't it? Well, it ain't brake dust because it don't have any front brakes. How dirty this water is.
Ciao.
Yeah. Oh man, good thing we had your thing you bought in there.
Yeah.
We just scratched our paint job. Squee's gonna clean our glass for us from the inside. See what kind of condition it's in.
Looks good.
Look how dirty it is around that drain. Looks like when I get out of the bathtub.
Oh, Lord.
Does anybody else see what I see?
Hold on, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
A hand?
There's 2.
Oh!
There's one right here, too.
Oh! Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Touching.
Wait, there's a scale.
Wait,
Oh, a skull, yeah.
wait. Is that a rat or is that like a squirrel? Kind of want to touch it.
I see like newspaper stuff. I almost wish I had a complete newspaper to see what year it was.
Oh, yeah.
So that's super gross. You can see all the rust in the frame. It probably was because of what lived in this seat.
We should dig them out.
That's over here. That's a pretty good size right there.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
So does that mean that it's the definition of like rat rod?
Rat, yeah. It may be actually a rat rod, yeah. I don't know if the vacuum's going to touch this, but we're going to try it. I got the vent pointing outside of the building because you got to be careful with this stuff. What is that? It goes all the way down there. How'd they do that?
Hard workers.
Wow. Say goodbye to Gary.
Bye, Gary.
Wow. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh.
Don't touch him. Oh, that's terrible. He's still there.
He had a good life, you know?
He was
Oh my
screaming.
goodness, what is his teeth?
Yeah, that's what their teeth look like.
I expected maybe one. There's like 5 or 6 bodies here.
Yeah.
It was a colony. Do you think they got stuck in those? How did they just like
I don't know, maybe it got too cold.
pick the bucket?
There's some over here.
Oh, yeah, this guy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, lost his arm.
Oh!
Sorry.
Hi.
Sorry, Gary. That's a little guy there. Squeeze is really getting into this. For whatever reason. We just have to dig it out by hand, one piece at a time. Let's see if I can get this out by dropping it. Help some, didn't it?
Yeah.
After like an hour of vacuuming it, getting picks and picking it out and dropping it on the ground a bunch of times, I think we got it as clean as we can get it. We just got to clean the cover now, and we got the entire family here. Looks like there was 7 members of the family, I guess. So we're gonna do a Viking funeral for them later, as soon as we get some arrows back in stock. I think we're just gonna cut this strip off here. Just not do anything, and let's clean our seat covers. It's a completely different cover, top and bottom, isn't it?
Looks like it.
You can't eat it. Goats aren't supposed to eat seats. Just because Rocky does it don't mean you can. We got our all-purpose cleaner here. You're not supposed to eat that either. You think that black stuff will come out of there?
Maybe.
I don't know. It's pretty dirty in the crack. Is it coming out at all?
Yeah.
Not really. I'm surprised the cover's in that good a shape, really. Like it's not got holes on it and stuff. It's clean, but it didn't take the black out of the cracks in there. I don't know if that might be built in, because this looks like it's made that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like a fake leather deal. This has got a lot of dirt and stuff, chalkiness on the top. We'll see what it does for that. It's crazy how red that looks, especially around the edges, huh? Yeah. I didn't expect that. Definitely a different material completely, though. At least that one wasn't full of rat stuff, huh?
Yeah.
I would say back in the day, and maybe to this day, they probably sold seat covers for these in like J.C. Whitney and Sears and Roebuck and everything. You could probably buy this cover and slip it right on back in the day.
Wow, that looks better.
Does look better. Look at that set right there.
Woo!
I'm only just now realizing that they're not even the same size. So apparently, maybe I would guess the bottom is wrong. Could be wrong about that. Let me know in the comments. I don't know. The top had a lot of wood in it, so that makes me think that's the original top.
It looks a little wide. That does.
Yeah.
compared to that.
Somebody's probably threw a different seat bottom in there, which is probably why it doesn't match. But at least we got something clean to sit on now.
Yeah.
Well, that made it look a lot better, but we want to change some other things to make it look more racy as well. But it's already got laid out there, as you guys can tell. It's a school night. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll get back on this thing.
Shoot.
Hey, buddy. Oh, he's going to get me. He's going to get me. Hey, what are you doing? You being good today? Have you been good today? No.
See what?
We're back. And we didn't even walk around this thing last night. It was still wet and everything. So I noticed like that fender there. We got a crack in it. It's been welded back up and it's still broke loose. But these are super heavy duty. I don't know if you know that or not. I remember Jay Leno talking about these are like vanadium steel. It's like a type of steel that doesn't rust as easily as normal steel. I don't know which parts of the car are made of that, but he acted like you just put these parts outside and they just don't rot. I don't know. But clearly, it was painted red at one point. So it's had to have been black originally, because that's the color they were. And at some point, it was painted red, which in my mind, I don't know what a bright red original-looking Model T would look like. It's kind of funny to me. And then it was painted black again, because the big joke was, with Ford Model Ts, you could get any color you want as long as it was black. Even though the 10 millionth one we saw at the factory, it was like a green color. Remember that? Probably the nicest Model T in existence since it's never left the factory. I don't know what caused this right here. That's kind of weird. It almost looks like somebody scraped on it trying to get the paint off maybe. I see some rust right here. The door looks solid. Cowl looks solid. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's poo or concrete. I don't know. There's only one way really to find out, and I don't want to lick it, you know? Somebody's definitely spilled something on the car here. Don't know what that was, some sort of chemical. And I have a guess here that this was one of a couple things. Maybe there was some like fabric sitting on this and an animal turned it into its bathroom, because that's what that looks like to me. Maybe something like brake fluid got spilled on it and just sat there. But something's definitely tried to take the paint off here, and it's very surface rested right there, which you could work on that and get it better. I noticed that the patch panel here that somebody did in 47 isn't very well done. Look at the body line here. It's right inside the body line. Look at this side. It's overlapping the body line and welded on the body line. And they just tacked her every so often. Never did any body work or anything. So I don't know why they did that. What does that spare mount to? I guess it just mounts to the body, doesn't it? I don't know. Stuff like this, I get torn because I'm like, do you fix stuff like that, or is it cool because it was done like 70 years ago?
I think it's cool because it was done. Some papa done it.
Because me as a body tech, I don't plan on keeping the spare mount on the back of the car. I plan on this being much lower. In my mind, as a body tech, I would take this mount off and then make a new one and make the paint look distressed like that and make it all match up, you know? I don't know. Our trunk, aside from it like being cracked here and trying to delaminate, it's not rotted out. So I think we could probably fix that if we wanted to. But man, it's pretty solid. Just look like the back edge here. I noticed some in here too. Right back there is kind of rusty. We'll see that when we pull the fenders off here.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, but really solid car. Yeah. Which is a lot of why I bought it, because it was so rust-free looking and complete, you know. A lot of these you get them and people have just cut on them a lot, you know. I'm a fan of chopped cars too, but anymore there's so few of these that are not chopped. Yeah. Most of them got chopped that I just really don't want to chop it. I just think they look cool. This is definitely the worst fender here. Obviously it's very, very broken. Somebody welded all this stuff back up, so it was in an automobile collision at some point. So let's start taking these fenders off, because I really want that old school racer look, like street racer, early drag racer kind of look is what I'm going for. So fenders have got to go.
Okay, so like, are we taking like the run boards and everything off?
Yeah, we're taking fenders and run boards. So this comes off, this, and that.
Oh, that too?
Yeah, so it'll just be the body. There won't be anything past here. There's actually some brackets for the running boards we're going to have to take off as well. So
What about the headlights?
the headlights will have to be mounted differently. So they'll be mounted like directly to the frame down here, probably lower. This stuff is just sitting on here. I've actually already bought an aluminum radiator for it because the old one wasn't usable at all. I really do like the front end though, especially grill shell. Usually I like the hood just leaving the top and taking the sides off. A lot of people do that. All right, so what actually holds this fender on? Now that's for your hood latch there. Looks like that will have to come off, or at least come off long enough for us to get the fender off. But it looks like we have some bolts here. It's probably gonna be all different sizes, because no telling how many times these things have been taken off or whatever. It looks like we need some like maybe 9/16 in here. That's what it's looking like to me. I sprayed a lot of stuff with PB Blaster, so hopefully it'll come off easier. Looks like it's about 3 different sizes. Well, this just has like a, what is this called? A carriage bolt? Is that what that's called? That one was 11/16. Popped out there, didn't it? That's something you don't see putting cars together anymore right there, that kind of bolt. Especially, look right here, square-headed nuts. Like, when do you ever see that? This is a square-headed bolt here. Spinning on me. It's been a long time since I tore down a Model T. Mm-hmm. Well, now I think about it, the one I had was already tore down. I put it together, actually. Look, fabric wrapped wiring. This wiring is completely shot. I mean, this might have been your great-grandpappy here. No insulation, taped together stuff.
Good way to burn her down, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah, see how it was twisted together? Right there.
Wow.
Just give it the old untwist. So that's a quick disconnect. I can work out with that, you know? So everything on this car is gonna be 6 volt, and no matter what we end up doing with it, it's gonna be 12 volt. This fender bracket actually has like a cotter pin in it to keep the bolt from backing off, and it's covered in rust. I'm trying to get it back out of here though. There you go. You can get a ratchet in there.
What the heck? What?
All these bolts are really stubborn. Stupid square-headed nut.
Oh, that makes sense. I got all the running cardboard bolts out.
Okay, good. The head of this doesn't have anything you can grab on. It's completely round. I don't know if it used to be a Phillips head or something. There's nothing you can grab. This holds the bracket for the fender because it has this big heavy bracket.
This one's been welded. Yeah, so I don't think that's coming out. Yeah, this one has too.
Okay, there's another square nut. We ought to keep them.
Pretty cool.
Probably can't find them.
I thought you had hurt your finger. It's just the grease from the last idiot.
This just has cotter pins that hold it in. There you go. Pretty cool latch, isn't it? We'll keep that. Look at that guy.
Using a long one.
Yeah, and it had a big square nut on it.
What? Are they tiny? Oh my gosh, there's one up here. I didn't even know it. Oh, I can't get to that sucker.
I can't get it on there.
Oh, we're gonna go. Oh my goodness. Are you ready?
No.
Oh. Oh my gosh, that's hard to do.
So I don't know what this piece is called, but it looks like it just goes right here and bridges the gap between the fender and the frame. These things just have a straight frame. I'll show you when we get it all apart.
You helping? This doesn't look like helping.
Did you say we're best friends?
We're best friends. You want to go for a ride?
Come on. Go for a ride? Of course she does. Right back out. There ain't no comfy seat in there.
Yeah, she's like, he's up to something.
Yeah.
What'd you find? Was it stink bugs?
No. Mom, don't start with the stink bugs though. We're on the vehicle where he's falling my face. So I... Oh my goodness, what just fell on me?
Got some wood under there.
Little shims.
Yeah, I guess that's just to keep it from collapsing at the front or somebody put it on there.
Dude, it does not want to come off. She is glued.
So I've got one bolt right here that the nut is just completely rounded off. So I'm going to cut through this bolt. That's free now. Something's holding it under there. Well, that bolt does hold to the frame mount here. That's going to be a real pain. Where it's at. Looks like there's some flathead screws that go into the wood. You see it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You got it held down?
Yeah.
The spinning?
Yeah.
So that completely rounded out. There's like no way to grab that bolt. We're gonna have to cut that one too. This looks like a reoccurring thing here. That's really weird. 3/8 on one side, 5/8 on the other. Having pretty good luck with these. If you use a open-end wrench, it's a 3/8 and a 1/2 inch. But this is a square-headed nut, so you can fit a 5/8 12 point on it. I think they used to put these cars together on the assembly line like 90 minutes or something. Taking us that long to get one fender off.
So I take these screws out to dismantle everything.
Are they going to wood?
Yeah, I think.
So this one's welded and screwed, looks like. Can't get it loose, and I got that one body mount one right up under there, so everything else though is loose. This front fender's about to come off. Wonder why they welded that one. Can we pull the fender off?
Thank you there.
Cheddar's getting better. Rough old fender. Not only does this make it look cool and racy, it also takes a lot of weight off the car. I don't know, I guess I'm gonna have to cut this bolt too. More wood over there. Another whole beat up piece. These bolts come in the frame right here. All these bolts down through here keep breaking off. One thing that's kind of a pain is everything has a nut on the backside. Like nothing just threads into something. Okay. All that's loose now. I think the only thing holding us in there is those wood screws that wouldn't come out underneath there. I don't know how. Now grab the back of the fender. Woo! That didn't work. Okay. You got it? Oh, it's that bracket behind it. Hey. Oh, I love how it looks. I think it looks so much better without fenders. Especially if your fenders are junk like ours. Oh, it looks so much better. Especially if we can get this down to like here.
Yeah.
Like it needs to be about a foot lower than what it is. We got some rust. I think this may be their worst rust right here.
Ooh.
Yeah. See, this is where all the mud coming off your casings gets in there, and once you get a little hole started, it just packs full of this stuff. But that's no big deal to fix because this is completely flat. It looks like sand almost, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kind of does.
Some of that newspaper stuff we found with the rats in the seat said Virginia. So maybe it was near the beach in Virginia. Looks like we'll have to replace that whole bottom lip right there. That's no big deal at all. Especially with it being inside the fender well there. Look, Raph, you can put whatever size casing you want on there now.
Yeah.
I just love the way I look at fenders myself. I know everybody has their own taste, and you gotta respect everybody's taste, okay? But for me, I love them without fenders. Let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about and what I want it to look like. That's hard to do. I thought I'd just pour it out. Finally, okay. So you can pull that pin and take the sides off of it. Let that puppy breathe. Or if you got headers going out the side, which a lot of people do, it like exposes the motor from the side and it keeps it out of the rain. Is that your real shot there? That's not how it should look. Right there. I just love that look. The only thing that would change is these brackets are gonna have to go for the running boards. Headlights will probably be mounted about here. That's the plan at least right now.
Well, I will say I like it better than I had it in my mind because
You like it?
I didn't think I would like it, but I like it like this. It's hard for me to picture what stuff's gonna look like.
Well, how high off the ground is that? I need to measure how high.
She high.
So a normal, hot rodish car usually are like 6 or 8 inches off the ground. Wow. Some cars are like 4 inches off the ground. That thing is 21.5 inches off the ground right there.
Dang, son.
So really, really high up in the air.
She a good stunt jumper like that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh no. No, like push on the whole thing.
No, it's like
I know.
skin off.
No.
That's like
Get a hammer or something.
videoing that now? Wow. Oh my gosh. Why?
I won't do this.
Yes, you will. You said that.
Here's a Penelope. Hi, Shop Kitty.
Nice car. You missed about 3 times. I watched it.
I got it. Oh,
It's just like, we're not using them again, right?
We're not putting the fenders back on. No.
alright, good now.
Got your Jeep?
Yeah. Had to pull it over here.
How fast does that thing go?
20 miles per hour.
Really?
Yeah.
I like to see
Zip it.
that.
I would like to see that too. You gonna show them your earrings, Squeeze?
Yes, earrings of the day.
That's amazing.
You're known to do the lip rest and just let it go.
That's awful.
These take so long because a lot of them, the socket won't even hold them because they're so rounded edges. You gotta sit there with a opening wrench forever.
Can she fit in there with you?
I doubt it.
Pull that up out there. Well, here's your frame, Marjorie.
Okay.
The ones I'm taking out, one side is 3/8, one side is 10.
Hey. Oh, she's like, oh, no, okay.
You silly girl.
There's so much gunk and undercoat and stuff, you really gotta make sure you're on there. Some of these won't come off with the socket.
Ralphie looks like he's trying to take a nap under here.
I think he's
You
actually
better
asleep.
get a range so you can start ranging on something.
The top spin. That ain't gonna work, is it?
You want me to grab hold to it?
I don't think it's gonna help Marjorie.
Look at that. It just like snapped.
Put it on the other one.
Thankfully, this one with the cotter pin in it actually came loose, so I wanted to cut it. But the one right here, the 11/16 is spinning. So I don't know what I'm gonna do there.
There we go. Look out. Okay, next one.
That's what they do, they spin on you.
Hold it.
Oh, I thought it was over there, didn't it?
It's okay, Penelope. You're okay.
More wood under there. Okay. One more bolt on this. Big boy though, unfortunately.
Big John.
And we'll grab it all. How about this idea?
Hey, Daddy.
So you cut a slot in the bolt and you make it a flathead. And then it vibrates your hand to death. Let me try a different tool. That is super stuck, isn't it?
Yeah.
Help.
I don't know how to hold it. It's just round this
Chisel.
off.
Chisel.
It's not gonna hold it.
I mean, it's wider. It's...
Okay. I just don't want to hurt the fender, you know? Even though it's really rough, I still don't want to hurt it. Unless I'll have to cut the bolt head off.
So we got out like 8 on this side, and they're all stuck. The rest are just...
So how many is there to go?
Besides these, we did 8.
There's
so
2.
There's about like 4.
I'm going to try to use the belt sander to take the head off this bolt without hurting the fender. I think I got the head of it thin enough we can pop it out. At least I think I can.
Man, she's stuck.
Holding 2, ain't she?
Yeah.
She's really struggling. Get a hammer.
John.
There you go. Alright, so the front edge is loose.
Woo!
Now it's just all the rest of it. This was welded like the other side. We got fenders off there. Looking better. See, back in the day, this is like the very first hot rodding. Guys taking stuff like Maltese. I know at the Don Garlich's Museum, he has like the very first dragster there, and it's just like a stripped down Maltese frame. Like guys would strip them down to just the frame, the engine, and like a seat. And that was like very, very early first hot rodding was cars like this car right here getting stripped down to nothing to be raced. Take all the weight off of it you could.
Middle one.
That's the last run, little bolt.
You ready for the middle one? So I just got
Oh my goodness. Hold on. They're like falling.
They come out.
Did you hit your head?
Golly!
Okay. Oh my goodness. You gotta hit the bolt up.
Hold on, this is like stuck between the wood and the... Okay, ready?
Yes. Oh. Here, just get out. I think I can do it.
No, wait. Hold on, wait, ready? Okay, I got it.
Stuck in there, isn't it?
Grab hold to it.
It's just being tough.
That's when they rounded off, probably.
Thank you, JCPenney. Alright. I think the only thing holding it down is those screws. Okay. Yeah, we got a hot rod, guys.
Woo!
How much weight do you think all this is over here, guys?
Oh, like that. 200 pounds?
I don't know. So let's put our hood and grill shield back on.
It looks really good.
You like it?
Yeah.
That's the idea. A lot of times guys have leather straps here.
Looks good.
I love
I like it.
it. So much sportier now.
I like it a lot better than I thought I would.
Yeah. We got more rust here. It doesn't look like it's quite as bad as the other side, but it's pretty bad. So it's just gonna have to have a patch panel made right here.
Looks pretty sandy over there too, don't it?
There ain't another piece of 16 gauge steel fixed. That one's not quite as bad as the other side.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know if our frame is going to be usable for what we're wanting to do, you know, the goat stomps and all.
You could probably twist it
Yeah.
if you had too much power.
Yeah, they don't have a real beefy frame, so you can see up here even it's like, what, 2.5 inches, and it's just a C-channel, it's not even blocked. The last one I had, I built it off the stock frame and kicked it up in the front, Z'd it in the back. I've got to decide if I'm going to use the stock frame or not. If we don't go too crazy with the power plant, we definitely could use it. Just being honest, I really always wanted an old car like this with like a 4-cylinder in it. I know that sounds funny probably, but like a lot of these got hot rodded back in the day as 4-cylinders early on. They made aftermarket cylinder heads for these. I've always wanted to like put a more modern 4-cylinder in it, like the little Pinto motor. That was actually what I was gonna put in my other Model T. I bought a 2-liter Pinto motor. I was gonna put a 5-speed in it and stuff. I got a couple engines in mind. I really do like them when people put like an old school V8 in them, like a Buick Nailhead or a Y-block Ford. That's also a thought. But like the Y-block Ford was like the first V8 after the flathead. So it looks very similar to like a small block Chevy does, but it makes quite a bit more power than a flathead would because it's overhead valve. If you really want to go down the wormhole with it, you look at what John Causey did with a Y-block Ford. It was incredible what he did. He's made some serious power with one of them in the Engine Masters Challenge. Comment below what you guys think will be best. I've had all different ideas. I've even thought of taking the body the way it is, maybe patching some of the rust, leaving the roof tall, and doing like a crazy chassis like the Factory 5 cars are, the 34 Fords, and doing like short long arm front suspension and slam it all the way down. But I kind of like the traditional hot rod look, and I've never really built one either, so that really makes me want to make it an old 40s era hot rod.
Literally just heard it tap the roof. Oh my goodness. It's like the worst.
What is it?
Just think about it. It's the very top of the roof, guys.
Are you panicking?
Oh, you mean way up there?
Listen.
What are we?
Here, tapping. Telling you, they're right there. Just think about it. I'm telling you, it's falling anywhere.
It's on your hair, is he?
No, it's not on my hair, okay? It's up in the ceiling.
I thought I saw it in your hair, sorry.
Yeah, no, we don't talk about that, okay?
Oh, let's see.
It's definitely not in my hair.
It's doing circles.
Yeah, it's
Like this.
What happens is they do circles and they bomb down?
Yeah, it's awful. It's literally, it's terrible.
Just gonna grab hold to it.
There we go.
Good job, man.
I don't think that's a factory bracket. They're like different from each other, but that is a beefy bracket there. Look how heavy that thing is, Marjorie.
Oh, Lord. You can do some curls with that, Ralph.
Girls for the girls. Wonder when they quit making nuts like that. That was a time when I guess they just used open-end wrenches all the time.
Oh, it's just a square.
I think I'm definitely gonna patch this the right way.
Yeah.
Because if you're not running a spare back here, that looks hideous, basically. They welded solid from here to here. Somebody must have said, hey, you ain't gotta weld it solid, because they just start tacking it, because all that's solid welded.
Yeah.
But this isn't. Look where it was in a wreck here. That's so solid. This metal is so thick, you can't even pull on that. It's just a single layer right there. I just love the back end of a coupe car like this.
They don't make them like they used to.
They don't. And I don't know when they did the rumble seat. I know like a 32 Ford, you could get a rumble seat where this flipped back.
Yeah.
There's a seat cushion, and somebody rode back here outside of the car. So you had 2 or 3 people in the front, and this was like your back seat, but it was always exposed.
That's hilarious.
Because my great grandmother used to tell me stories about riding in a rumble seat like this.
That's funny.
Back in the day, huh? She was in California in the 1930s and 40s. She was right there where all hot rodding began. It's funny how much bigger these front hoops look with the fenders off of it. They look really tall now. They didn't really look that tall before.
I mean, they're tall, but now they're really tall.
Yeah.
That's pretty tall.
Yeah. Marge just measured them right there. We might have to have Forge and Propane over here and make me forge me out some headlight brackets, you know, coming off this. Like a headlight bracket or something. That would be neat. Have a custom one. Guys, it has got late. We'll see you tomorrow. Look at this guy. Have you been waiting on Mama to get back to pet you? He's very food motivated, guys. You get me? Oh, what a good boy. Little Elvis. He's not sure. Oh, he did it. That was a big jump.
You made it. What was that? What is it?
You gonna get Murphy?
Goodness. Oh my goodness.
Murphy don't know who he's messing with, does he?
That's right. Come here, Mama. Hold him.
Good morning. Look at all the nuts and bolts and washers out on the ground from taking the fenders off this thing. This morning, I guess we're going to pull the motor and transmission out of it. We want to get this tired motor out of here. That way we'll have some room and figure out how much space we got for whatever we end up swapping in here one day. If it ain't gonna run, it ain't gonna stay in there, right? Hey, I should show them the steering.
Oh yeah, we should do that.
If you remember, Marge liked to have ran me through the house in this thing.
Highlight of the video.
Trying to get it running. So watch this on the steering. You can see it really well without the fenders on now. If you go left, it turns left. It turns left for a while, and then she turns right, even though I'm still turning left. And then the other way, it steers just fine. But what it is this bar right here is bent, I believe is what our issue is. And it goes like over center. So you go left, see how the arm goes over center and comes back the other direction? That's about the point where I was about to hit the two-car garage.
Take the stuff that's connected off.
Yeah, anything that's connected to the motor comes off. It looks like this is the motor mount. It's so weird. Like the oil pan is the motor mount, which also is the transmission pan. It's really strange. But our wiring is so shot, there's no way we would ever use this again. Like you just burn the car down. So I'm just gonna cut the wiring. We'll rewire the whole car. We never did get this horn to working.
Oh, so sad.
She's just chomping it. And then
There's one.
and that's just a mess there. That's all that is. It crunches when you move it.
Yeah, I've seen it. Some of it just falls off, disintegrates.
Sounds like my back. If you didn't see the last video, this thing has wooden ignition coils. And that's how it contacts, is right there, which really is like a modern car, aside from the wooden part. It has individual coil packs for every cylinder. And it actually sends a ground signal as it goes around down there. It's completely different than a normal distributor car. Those are like the coolest things to put on the shelf I could think of.
I know. I love them.
Oh, there you go. This is good.
Yeah, those are the good wires. I'll be chewing them up.
Hey.
I'll put them in there. Hey, thanks for putting the nut back on there, bro.
Yeah.
So you can just unhook these plug wires here. We went through a lot of mess trying to make sure, verifying our plug wires. What did you take loose?
The wrong part.
The fuel?
Yeah.
Okay,
Put it back on there.
Yeah, let's put that back on there real quick. It's got gas in it. If you want to take it loose from the bottom, you can, because this pinches it off right here.
Okay.
So then it won't leak everywhere.
Yeah, I did the wrong side.
Yeah, our fuel shutoff is supposed to be here, and it's not. At least you got gas all over you first thing in the morning. That's what you really want. If you want to take these 3 head bolts out, you can take the coil box off. We'll probably sell all these stock parts to somebody that actually wants them. Somebody can use them. How you doing, girl? She got them half ears, don't you? Like to crawl, man. Everybody thinks that Granny lost her ears, but she was never born with ears, and her baby only has half ears.
I think they're called elf ears.
That's a stubby little bolt there. Somebody's welded this. It's broke before. Big boogered up weld right there.
There ain't no gas.
So an engine like this is like probably 5 or 6 to 1 compression flathead. They were designed not for power. The way the ports are, normally your intake port would come up this direction, but these, the air actually has to go this direction, like the opposite way. They're good little reliable welders for their time, but they just don't make any power. I might have to use this belt if that's a 36.
Oh, Lord.
It looks like a belt, doesn't it?
It is, I think.
That's what it looks like. So that's your ignition timing rod there. We did some bending on it, trying to adjust timing when we were trying to get it running.
What about the
To no
exhaust?
avail.
It has that big thing, but
Whoa, that's a nut?
Yeah. Lord.
Here, I don't need you to nail my hands, okay? Your
She
fur's so
helping.
soft. You're so soft.
oh,
That hand's stuck. She's gonna lick the grease off the motor for us. Appreciate your help. Timing rod. These motors don't even have a water pump or anything. I think the word's siphon cooling.
how does it work?
Like as it heats up, it automatically circulates, I guess because hot water rises, I don't know, something like that. It's science, that's all you need to know. What's the first thing you need to think about, Wall, when you're unhooking a battery cable?
I have no idea.
You need to see if the battery's hooked up, because if you touch like this to that, it'll spark and do all kinds of things. But there's no battery in the car, but that's just something you need to keep in mind next time. This has the funniest return spring. It has like thicker and thinner parts as it goes. I don't think I've ever seen a spring that looks like that. Usually they're all the same diameter all the way out. That's our throttle stuff there. What else we got on the exhaust? I'll try a big wrench on that and see. I may have to cut the exhaust pipe off.
So it has this bracket for it up. Is that it?
Yeah, that's a motor mount too. We need to take that off out. Wow, it's loose. Can you believe that's loose?
That's crazy.
I did not expect that.
You want to keep that one, Ralphie?
Yeah.
I've never seen the exhaust hook up like that with a huge nut.
I'm taking the starter button out so I can pull it forward. Woo! That's just tragic.
Oh, and she's taking it out. Oh, okay.
It's heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really
Okay.
It's all the way out, is it? Oh, yes. That's your wishbone arms for your rear suspension. That's what locates your rear axle. I think if we take these bolts out here, it'll unspline because this has a torque tube, not a drive shaft. So there's a spline shaft inside that tube.
Oh, FaceTime. That's sweet.
aggressive.
That's the last motor mount bolt, I believe.
I'll take up all these nuts and bolts.
Work smarter, not harder.
I haven't worked a ton on early cars, especially early cars with early drive line setups. So I'm not exactly sure how this hooks up. We'll see what that does. There's more than that.
Yeah.
It's got these little stubby bolts at the top and bottom. And I'm gonna take them out too, just in case they hold something.
Hey,
What?
it's a bug and it's a. Come here.
A bug?
It's like a super-sized stink bug.
What?
It's come here, Wall.
Gosh, it's huge.
That guy?
So, Dad.
I'm just gonna let it loose. I'm just letting it loose. He's free now.
Oh my goodness.
You can't back around.
Literally so huge. Oh my gosh.
I don't think that was a stink bug.
My life just flashed before my eyes.
Do you think it's ready to pull out? We definitely forgot something.
Oh, there's always one bolt or something left. We've never taken anything out the first time we thought it was going to come out.
Yeah, for sure we forgot something in there. Trying to figure out the best place to bolt it to. I got the old swing pet chain here. That'll work right.
Oh my goodness.
It's even green. So I pulled one intake stud off here, trying to get the weight at the right spot here. I saw a guy that he made an attachment to go in the spark plug hole. I'm gonna go this, I would say thermostat housing, but this doesn't have a thermostat. How many things did we leave hooked up or we should unhook? Is it one thing or like 10?
I don't know.
Guess a number.
I'm gonna say 2.
2 things,
Let's
okay.
say none.
I'm gonna say 3. Well, this thing's ready to work, isn't it? Alright, look at, I'll talk about your tank.
Okay, we're ready.
Alright, the front's loose. Looks like this side's not going loose like this one. Is this against the firewall?
Yeah, probably.
I don't think our pedals are going to make it out of here though. I just thought about that. How do you get it out with the pedals? The pedals are part of the transmission. So you have to pull this out. We've got to go up to get out of here. I think we're pinned against the firewall right there too. Is this going to disconnect like I thought it would or not?
Looks like it.
I'm not seeing like a set screw or anything to take these pedals off. It almost looks like they're all in one piece. I think we're gonna have to take the cover off the transmission and unhook them from inside. It's nice that there's like an access cover here though. I'm just not used to the pedals going with the car. I didn't even think about that being a thing, you know? We don't never have the pedals come out with the motor. They're usually attached to the body of the car. Why is that funny, Marge?
Because it was like, I expected it to be open, and it was like,
What it owns?
It's the gasket. Okay.
Oh, wow.
See, those are your 3 bands. One of them is a brake, one of them puts the car in low gear, and one of them puts it in reverse. You can see it has like, I don't know what that's made of material. I think it's sheep's wool probably. Looks like if we take this nut off, we're fine with taking that out. Same thing here, but this one, this comes all the way out the other side. So this one must come out a different way. Look how wore out that linkage is. You see that?
Yep.
Just barely in there. Look what I'm using.
Oh,
A Model T wrench to work on the Model T.
look at you.
How cool is that? That's really loose, actually. It's got some spring pressure on it. Don't drop this in the transmission. It should come right out that way. There you go. Put all this back together before I forget how it went.
Okay.
It's crazy how many times that pedal's been pushed to wear that out that bad. This was also loose.
I have to undo.
Does that have to push that pin out of it or something?
Go, Wall, go.
Golly.
I gotta get that starter thing off to get either one of these out. It's just one thing after the other, isn't it? Now we can get this rod off there, Wall.
You got this.
And this guy still hits. Okay, I guess I gotta take that top screw completely out. Then we can get it out. There you go, there's another pedal out of the way. How many pieces does this count for? We were guessing how many pieces we forgot.
Y'all all messed it.
3.
We took a lot of pieces out. How do you come out? Somebody that knows Model T's is like, all you have to do is, that's wiggly on that. I don't feel anything to take it loose. It looks like there's a pin there, but I'm not having any luck with it. So maybe once we get the engine out far enough, we can just tilt this down and get it out. Something gave way there, didn't it? Well, Marge spotted something vitally important. The front suspension wishbones attached to the oil pan here. So it's got a ball that it pivots on, and that's what locates your front suspension. Maybe that was it, Marge.
There we go. Now we're cooking.
Let's try to roll the car back to you guys. Oh, transmission fluid?
That's not.
Probably gear oil. That's what I love to smell. Hitting over here on all the steering stuff is a problem. That pedal's still inside the firewall. It's dumping the fluid now, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. We're free now. This crank really helps out. Our pedal's still stuck in there. Let's roll the car back. Oh, there you go. Roll the car back. Look at that. See the spline shaft there on the torque tube? Yeah. So it has a shaft inside of that tube. It's nothing like what we have in their car. Well, it's out.
Woohoo!
That looks heavy.
That smells so much food.
Yeah, it helped a lot, didn't it? There we go. Big heavy cast iron 4-cylinder out of the way.
I bet it's so hot now.
Oh, we gotta weigh it. We gotta know.
Nothing.
Cause they have no front brakes, no nothing. You really can't use this if you're wanting to drive like real modern highway speeds. It had no muffler on it. I really wish this thing would have ran.
Yeah. That's weird. Hey. This like brass or something?
Probably.
So it looks like.
Wouldn't surprise me. That feels like I'm rolling a go-kart. Like that's what it feels like when you move it. It is so, push that out.
Oh Lord.
It's like, it's not even like resisting at all. We're gonna see if we can get the horn to working.
Oh, Lord.
Really? It won't work at all? Nothing. Oh, did I hear it make a noise just then? Okay, horn doesn't work at all. Sad day. That's unfortunate. All right, let's see what this thing weighs. Well, we gotta get the hood and grill shell because it's going back on. Just a blank canvas.
That's
you know?
true.
So we don't want this falling off, so.
time to guess what it weighs. You guys gotta guess too. We basically got an empty shell here, but it's got full suspension, frame, and body.
Can you go last? Like, because like.
Okay, go. Yeah, that's
I
fine.
feel like you always get it right and stuff.
Yeah, go first then.
400 pounds.
I'm going 500.
Okay.
I want you to go.
Oh, you go ahead.
Oh.
You want me to go before you?
Yes.
Marge, you want to go or no?
I say 680.
I won't put that cat in there in the video.
Oh, I hope you did.
I'm gonna say this thing weighs 1,200 pounds.
Lordy, we're all cooked.
Actually, I don't think it was that much. I'm gonna guess 700 pounds.
700. So you and Marge are close. So I'm way above everybody
I'm
else.
way low.
You want to re-guess or are you good at 400?
Can I reach again?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll go 550. Okay.
Well, let's get the scale out. Let's see.
40.
I had to put a block in there because the car's so tall. What is it?
432.
I think it's only 800 or 900.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be taken.
You ready? Who's gonna win?
Not me.
Put your guesses in on the video. Here we go.
No way.
1,046.
Wait.
Now it's changing.
No.
Dad, get off the car!
What are you doing?
What is it? What is it?
Yeah, Dad totally won.
1156.
I was that close? So I was within like 45 pounds?
We should have guessed.
What the
it.
heck, Dad?
Like,
What
you
the
should-
heck?
You're
Your best bet is for me to guess first and you to guess around it. That's the best way. You could probably put an engine in here that weighs 400 pounds and you got a transmission behind that. So, you know, you're going to add some weight to
They're
it.
probably different.
But it probably wouldn't be that hard to keep it under 2,000 pounds.
Yeah.
That's really a lot, but there's not much here, you know?
Just so easy.
Well, guys, now we got some decisions to make. Which way we're gonna go with it? I don't know. There's like a couple different ideas. I'll show them on the screen right here. But there's like the crazy, funky drag car, which is cool. I've always wanted one of these though, with like a little 4-cylinder with a manual transmission that was just like you could drive it anywhere. And you got like the traditional hot rod look, like show car hot rod look. So there's a couple different ways I'm thinking about right now on which way to go. Because, you know, obviously I don't want to keep this stock set up because of not having front brakes and all that. And I think I do want to keep it solid front axle, maybe put like a drop axle from like a 44 under it, split wishbones on the side. The main thing we got to figure out now is, are we going to keep this frame and modify it, or are we going to go with an aftermarket frame that just drops right in and lowers it down and does modern steering and stuff? So got some things to figure out, but I love how it looks.
It does look good.
I'm glad it surprised you.
Yeah,
How
surprised
well
me.
it looks. It just looks more like a hot rod now. Maybe not so much the hot, but everything else looks awesome. You want me to see if I can pick it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I like that.
Oh,
You're just gonna strain yourself too much. It's like a couple hundred pounds, please. Don't hurt your back. Let's go.
okay. Come on, guys.
I picked it up a little bit.
Okay, you picked it up. Good
I
job.
did it.
It's pretty
It
light.
wasn't crazy hard, but it was pretty hard.
I picked up the Scarlet. There's a video on the channel of me picking the whole frame up. That was back when I could pick it up without worrying about my back.
Yeah.
Sweetie, do you want to drive it and push it outside?
Yes.
See what she looks like in the daylight. You ready? You don't have no brakes. And the steering's pretty touchy, okay?
Okay. Oh, the shaft thing's good.
Yeah. Alright, turn it to the left. You like it?
Yeah.
You're sitting up high, huh?
Yeah, I did.
Well, guys, we appreciate you watching this video. At least now we know what we got, what kind of condition it's in, how much space we have to work with, what it weighs. We just got some decisions to make. Got about 3 different ideas in my head. Really, one of the big things that's pushing me away from like crazy drag car or crazy show car is the expense of it, but
Forward out your homies.
exactly. We'll get it figured out. Let us know in the comments what you think we should do with it. A lot of different ways you could go here. RC Cola and a Model T. How much more American could that be? But you can check out our website at thesleeperdude.com. We have the best merch on the entire internet, is what I heard. Marge will ship it out to you.
ASAP.
Yeah, she's quick on that shipping. So go check it out. We'll try to give you fair prices, not beat you up on shipping. Christmas is right around the corner, guys. You got to get something for your mother-in-law. You can check out our second channel at.
Sleeper Dude, too.
You can check out our third channel.
Sleeper Dude Arm.
You can check us out on Rumble.
Sleeper dude.
You can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at
Sleeper Dude 88.
As far as future videos go, we have some parts on their way for the Cushman, the West Coaster Maelster. So we're hoping to get some brakes on it and get it roadworthy, you know, because Ralph needs something to drive to school, right? So we're excited about that. I really need some spare time to tear into the Falcon and see what was up with the motor from Ford Fest. I still haven't got to touch that. I'll make a video about that. We need to do some changes on the Fairmont to get it ready to go back to the drag strip and try to get it making some more power and leaving the line harder. So we're probably going to do several changes there. Also need to get the Super Coupe back on the road. I think I may know what's wrong with it with the fuel issue. So got a lot of little things I need to do around here, but big thank you to everybody that watched our videos. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you to everybody that likes, comments, subscribes, all the things, you know, all of our members, you know who you are. Everybody does super things. All that stuff really helps out. We really appreciate it. Let's go check out the animals. I'm sure they're waiting on their snacks.
Woo!
Walkie, we got some snacks for you. Oh, Miss Piggy's already over here. We don't even have to call her in. There you go, girl. You usually don't get to go first like this. Really can't get too close. There you go.
Junior. Walkie. We gotta save some for Granny.
Yeah, we gotta save some for Granny and Murphy for sure.
Last one.
That's a good, isn't it? You been a good boy, Rocky? No? Look how long his horns are getting, guys. You're getting to be an old man now. There's the big baby itself, Murphy. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Murph.
You keeping them goats safe?
There you go.
Where's Granny?
She's over there.
Look, Granny
Granny.
spotted.
Granny.
She hasn't seen us yet, though. She'll kick it in gear, usually. Come on, Granny. Oh, she can't hear. Never mind. Hey, babies. Oh, you're not a baby anymore. You're big.
He's a big boy. Now she sees us.
She just picked up on that we're over here when she got like 10 feet away. We didn't forget you. There you go. Oh, man, she's big.
I can barely get taller.
I know. She's really tall. Look at all the little blue-eyed babies here.
And remember, Jesus saves. Dollar General's over 7 miles.
Woo!
Tell them bye. Tell them bye. Say bye.